Hey y'all, it's your boy Kai and I'm back again with another video. So we're just gonna jump right in. So today I'm doing those freestyle braids that you've been seeing everybody with like the dollar sign, the butterfly, the zigzag, crisscross, all that. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm just going ahead and start it off with freshly washed and blow dry hair. I have put them in these plaits and now I'm just gonna go ahead and comb them out.
On the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July, niggas.
Okay, so the product I'm gonna be using today is the Shine Jam. I love that one, the extra hold one. A whole bunch of clips. You definitely need some clips. A rat tail comb. I like the metal ones, definitely for partying. These little rubber bands. What else? All bigger scrunchies just to like separate the hair. And then I have two mirrors, one behind me and then one in front of me. Right now I'm going to part my hair down the center and then I'm gonna take some of that gel, put it along the part and then clean it up.
703 I5s, look alive, niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them dawg, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July, niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide, cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied. Watch me talk.
Now I'm just parting our hair on the left side and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the right side afterwards because I'm gonna have two braids going down like the middle of my head basically, and they're gonna cross over and then cross back.
I get racks to go outside and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July, niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide, cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied. Hey, look who I'm around, man. If I fucked up, I'ma be downtown, man. Full flow down, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. The fucking industry is cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I could let you check the tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game plan, and I'm out here with the 703 I5s. Look alive, niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them dawg, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside and I spit it with the guys.
So now that I have those two braided columns, I'm gonna make 3 rows in each, well 2 rows actually, so that I can have 3 like rectangles, and each rectangle is gonna map out where I'm gonna cross the braid over and cross the braid back.
Watch me talk. Shelby Drive, look alive, niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them dawg, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July, niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide, cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied. Hey, look who I'm around, man. If I fucked up, I'ma be downtown, man. Full flow down, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. The fucking industry is cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I could let you check the tag now.
And as I part out the other side, I'm just gonna follow the exact placement of the other side that I did, so it could be even all the way around. And so now you see I have 6 little like buns just to show where each crossing is going to be at. So now I'm going ahead and take out one on the left on the top, one on the right in the middle, and then one back on the left in the back, so that the braid can go from left to right to left. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my product on the base of the braids, comb it through, and then just, you know, braid along that pattern. And it's really easy. It's a simple braid pattern. It's just the parting that makes it look hard, but it's really not.
Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I been gone since like July, niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide, cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied. Hey, look who I'm around, man. If I fucked up, I'ma be downtown, man. Full flow down, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. The fucking industry is cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I could let you check the tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game plan, and I'm out here with the 700 3i5s. Look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I been gone since like July, niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go.
And now, since I have that first braid done, I'm just gonna go ahead and repeat those same steps on the next side. And yeah.
Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I been gone since like July, niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide, cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied. Hey, look who I'm around, man. If I fucked up, I'ma be downtown, man. Full flow down, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. The fucking industry is cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I could let you check the tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got it.
Okay, and now I have that crisscross all done, and it looks nice and neat for the most part. So now I'm going ahead and moving on to the dollar sign. Now this, I would definitely say, take your time. I could have did this much better now that I'm looking at it. If I would have probably took it out and redid it, it would have been so much neater. But this is definitely a braid pattern for people that actually know how to braid, because you need to know how to take your hands, hold the braid one way, and then be able to switch hand positions and then switch it back. Like, you need to know how to do that without, you know, like, letting the whole thing go. Like, you need to know how to. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't know how to braid, you want to practice a little bit. But it took me a second to even figure this out. Like, right now, I was all over the place trying to map out the S. Like, it's going to take a second. So you just need to have patience if you ever try to do, you know, this style. But right now, I went ahead and part it out just like a little square piece. This is going to be the braid that's going to be like, you know how there's a line through a dollar sign, so this is going to be that line. So I'm going to start ahead with that braid. I part it out and did like an individual box braid and just put it out the way, and I'm going to end up feeding that back in later on into the braid as I go.
Niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide, cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied. Hey, look who I'm around, man. If I fucked up, I'ma be downtown, man. Full flow down, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. The fucking industry is cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I could let you check the tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game plan, and I'm out here with the 700 3i5s. Look alive, look alive.
Okay, so now I'm going to do the S The easiest way that I can explain to do the S, which I kind of had to figure out, and I figured out a little bit after, it's just making three like rows. If you make a top row, a middle row, and bottom row, literally all you have to do is braid to the back, and then just if you keep out a piece on the side, it's kind of like when you're doing the zigzag, but you want to keep it a little bit more curved to make it not so square, but you want to make it curved. So basically, if you just have 3 rows, it's gonna be easiest for you to do it like that, and just braid back, braid down, and go around with it. So I went ahead and did those 3 columns, and then I ended up taking that last column on the bottom, and I added that to the back because I wanted that braid to continue all the way to the back of my head so that I could put it into a bun. So you'll see me do that.
The guys, we up on the other side. Niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July. Niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide. Cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied. Hey, look who I'm around, man. If I fucked up, I'ma be downtown, man. Full flow down, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. The fucking industry is cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I could let you check the tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game plan.
And I'm sorry, I'm kind of facing, a little bit away from the camera. I had to really focus and see. So the lighting was kind of bad in the bathroom, and I had the ring light plugged up, and anyway, I had to face that way, so you can't really see, you can kind of see, but not really. So I had to really pay attention. So I'm going ahead and just braiding it back, braiding down, and bringing it all the way around. And when I get to the bottom by my ear, that's when I'm gonna go ahead and feed in that top braid.
Shelby Drive, look alive, niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg, we gon' see how.
And as you can see right here, that's where I had switched my hand positions. So like I said, you're gonna need to really know how to switch hand positions. And also, you can see I'm using those clips. You're definitely gonna need clips, scrunchies, or anything definitely is detrimental to the style or to doing any hard type of braids with patterns and stuff. You definitely need those clips to clip your hair out the way. You're definitely gonna need that.
Flow down, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. The fucking industry is cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I could let you check the tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game plan, and I'm out here with the 700 3i5s. Look alive, niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since July, niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide, cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied.
And this is where I realized that the S was decent, but I could have did a lot better, but whatever. So this back section, I'm going to go ahead and do a zigzag, just a simple little down, up, and then going down the back of my neck. So basically all I'm going to do is make 3 rectangles, so 2 little columns. And each one I'm just going to clip up, and then that first one, I'm going to braid it down, and then zigzag it back up, and then bring it back down and finish off the braid like that.
Well, fuck them, dawg, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since July, niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide, cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied. Hey, look who I'm around, man. If I fucked up, I'ma be downtown, man. Full flow down, man. That's if I get caught. me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. The fucking industry is cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I could let you check the tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game plan, and I'm out here with the 703 I5s. Look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side. Niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July. Niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide. Cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied.
Watch me talk.
Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side. Niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July. Niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide. Cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied. Hey, look who I'm around, man. If I fucked up, I'ma be downtown, man. Full flow down, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. The fucking industry is cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I could let you check the tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game plan, and I'm out here with the 703 I5s. Look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side. Niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July. Niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide. Cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I...
Okay, so now on the other side, I'm going to go ahead and part out just a very small little column, or row, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to make 3 individual braids on this bottom one because they're going to go ahead and feed up to the braid at the top. So I'll show you.
Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side. Niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July. Niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide. Cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied. Hey, look who I'm around, man. If I fucked up, I'ma be downtown, man. Full flow down, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. The fucking industry is cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I could let you check the tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game plan, and I'm out here with the 703 I5s. Look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside.
And as you can see, I have 3 little individual braids. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all because I went ahead and did it. But when I got to the side of my head, I had no idea exactly what I wanted to do. So I had went ahead and did 6 like individual braids. And then, you know how those braids where you take the rubber bands and you cross them over? I tried to do that. I didn't like how it looked, so I had took it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what I did anyway, cause why not? So here's where I did those 6 braids. In the next clip, as you can see, I start brushing them out. because it was not looking right. So I had did something easier. I just split that section. I split it in half, and then I basically did 2 cornrows and then fed it into 1 braid going to the back. So I'm just gonna go ahead and part it out and braid the top part. I'm gonna stop the top braid, and when I braid the bottom braid, I'm gonna feed in that top braid so that it could be 2 braids and then feed into 1, if that makes sense. You'll see it.
Downtown, man, full flow down, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. The fucking industry is cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I could let you check the tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game plan, and I'm out here with the 703 I5s. Look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side. Niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July. Niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide. Cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied.
Watch me talk.
Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side. Niggas acting like we tied.
Now for this top braid, it's just gonna be a normal cornrow straight to the back. But the only difference is those 3 little braids that I did at the very bottom. As I'm braiding this top braid, I'm going to take those and I'm going to bring it all the way across and feed it into that braid so that basically they could be like a bar of like a floating braid, basically. I guess that's what you could call it. But yeah, I'm just going to braid it back. And you see how I took it and I tucked it in there as I was braiding, and then I kept going. So I'm going to do that with all 3 of those little braids.
I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game plan, and I'm out here with the 703 I5s. Look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side. Niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July. Niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide. Cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied.
Watch me talk.
And now I'm all done. I love how they came out. They really came out nice. So I'm just gonna go ahead with my rubber bands. I put 2 of them together, and then I'm just gonna wrap those braids around, and then I'm gonna take 2 more rubber bands and I'm gonna just wrap it into like a little bun, just so that it can look neater. It looks neater to me in the bun rather than, you know, hanging down. So
they won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide. Cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied.
and now I'm gonna take my Shine and Jam foam, mousse foam, and I'm just gonna put it all on my head, and I'm just smooth it around, a decent amount, well, a lot amount. And then I'm gonna take my do-rag, put my do-rag on, and then just blow dry it until it, gets dry for the most part.
Name brand, I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game plan, and I'm out here with the 703 I5s. Look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them, dawg. We gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks to go outside, and I spit it with the guys. We up on the other side. Niggas acting like we tied. I've been gone since like July. Niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide. Cause I told them that we put that shit behind us, but I lied.
Watch me twerk.
Thank you guys for watching this video. You know, you like, comment, subscribe, do all that. You know, follow me on Instagram and Twitter and add me on Snapchat, do all that. Y'all see my braids came out dope. I finished these at like almost 4 o'clock in the morning. I was so tired. Y'all can probably tell, but yeah, I really like how they came out. I was just trying stuff. If y'all seen right here, I had messed up and then I did something different. Then I like had little things coming up here. Then I like crisscrossed them. Then I tried a dollar sign. And then I did a zigzag. Like, I don't know. I was just trying stuff, so yeah. I don't know what to call these. I don't know how I'm gonna title this, but yeah, so I hope y'all guys like it. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one.
Money on me. Money on me. Money on money on.